Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Factory Town. In the last episode, we successfully managed to manufacture the humble berry cake. I say it's a humble berry cake. It's not very humble. It's very ostentatious. It's very complicated to make, and I'm sure it's very lovely to taste. However, something that we didn't do in the last episode is actually get it sold, because in order to progress to the next base level, which is actually what we want to do over the course of this episode, we have to sell a couple of these cakes in order to lubricate the purple coin finances, and we also need to create an enchanted book. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, the enchanter will require us to build, what is it? Is it blocks? Yeah, it's these mana bricks and then a couple of reinforced planks, which, to be brutally honest, we've kind of let slip a little bit. We've sold so many reinforced planks in order to amass this relative fortune of red coins that we really have let that slide. Anyway, the first course of business today is to get the pies sold. We can deal with the rest of the stuff later. But for now, let's get the pies sorted. I know, by the way, also the ratios of everything that are coming into the kitchen over here that actually makes the berry cakes. I know that they're not perfect. I want to change that. In order to change that, we basically just need to get more berries coming from this farm. In order to get more berries coming from this farm, we basically just need to get more people, and at the moment we do not have any additional capacity for workers, so that's why we're trying to get to the next base level. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. Yeah, same with sugar over here. Again, we could just do with getting a bunch of sugar. We could do with getting a bunch more sugar. We could do with getting a bunch more employees. The sooner we're able to do it, the better, really, as far as I'm concerned. Right, over in the iron area, between episodes, I've actually modified this mine ever so slightly. It used to be right here. I've moved it slightly towards the existing iron ore deposits. All of the iron ore deposits over here have all been worn down. They've all been mined up. So I've moved the mine to access more of the surface mine deposits. Also, something that we probably want to consider building over the course of this episode is the humble mine shaft. That's right. It's going to cost us a pickaxe. It's going to cost us a couple of reinforced planks. There goes those reinforced planks again. However, it is going to allow us. It's going to allow us to extend the range of mines and allow harvesting of nearby underground minerals as well. So that would be really positive if we could get that sorted. The pickaxe as well. Underground resources are replenished 500% faster when mined. Pickaxes, very important to get. Okay, what do we want to start with? Well, the first thing that we need to do, the first thing that we want to do is the berry cake situation. We've got 56 of these berry cakes, and the sooner that we can get that sorted, the better. Now, does a cargo boat requires 2 population? Do we have any population going spare? Because I would really love to rectify a couple of bits and bobs. I mean, is this population going spare? The population, to be honest, population is probably going spare. Let me take some population out of here. Yeah, because we've got plenty of cotton coming in. And yet we're just not really using it as much as we need to. So let's see if we can turn this down a little bit. We did get the steam boost to each and every area, or to each and every workshop over here anyway, so we should be fine to let off the gas a little bit in terms of production over there. But we'll rectify that as we go. Okay. Cargo boat. Cargo boat requires, unfortunately, again, a whole bunch of these planks. That's really rather irritating. There is a way that we can fix it, and there is a way that we are going to fix it. The way that we're going to fix it is by sticking a barn over here. That's pathetic. It's by dragging a little ramp up here and putting a belt in over there. Now, the reason that is so essential is that it's basically going to allow us to backlog the occasional reinforced plank over here. I'm gonna make sure that we disallow 2 of those slots so that we can at maximum have about 100 reinforced planks in this storage area. The reason for reduced reinforced plank construction seems to be seems to be a lack of nails, to be honest. But then again, it doesn't really seem to be a lack of nails. It seems to be a lack of ability to get the nails to where they need to be in a timely manner. So this, I think, calls for a little bit of an increased presence of the old metal belt. So let's see if we can get these around here. There we go. Yep, just to there. Perfect. And that might just be the ticket that we need in order to take things to the next level. I certainly hope so. Yeah, it looks good, actually. It looks good. Apart from the fact that it doesn't actually look good. That looks better. Cool. So we're still probably a little bit short on nails. We're certainly not producing enough nails, because we're drawing down on the stockpile that we have in the barn at this moment in time. But, you know, at least that sorts us out short term, right? At least that sorts us out short term. It'll give us the 20 planks that we're after in order to get a cargo boat or whatever. That's cool. Yeah, I wonder how we increase nail production. I wonder. Yeah, as I say, I think that we're not in a bad place. We're stockpiling nails at this workshop now, which is fine. Okay, let's not worry about that too much. Let me just get my cargo boat set up over here. We're going to do the delivery via cargo boats. Man, I love cargo boats. They're just great, aren't they? They're just fantastic. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start to assemble. I'm going to start to assemble an area that I'm hoping I'm going to be able to use a heck of a lot going forward. Turn that off just for now. So I'm going to hopefully be able to set up a whole bunch of silos along this area, and we can have different resources sort of loaded onto the minecart track as and when they are required. So, berry cake to silo. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're also going to need to get another minecart here. Is one enough? We should probably get two. We should probably get two for pretty much everything. Is there a bigger category of berry cake? I don't think it is. I think it's just the kitchen, isn't it? Literally just the kitchen. I mean, that's totally fine. Yeah. I've just realized this is a pretty flawed system, actually. I should have done this slightly differently. It's not necessarily the end of the world. But it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a slight amendment here to the track, which may look a little bit funky, but roll with me here. Right, item filter, we're gonna do, what is this, gourmet, I think it's gourmet food. What is it? Gourmet cell category, that's the one. Okay, so that's gonna divert it down the same route for the apocryphy, which again, we'll need to make sure that we take special care to make sure that only the areas that we want to receive goods will actually receive goods. So that is going to need to be assigned only berry cakes. There we go. Okay, once we get this all sorted out, we're going to be golden. Right, excellent. We also need to make sure that this gourmet food place is actually connected up, otherwise we're going to have problems. And then these two minecarts are both going to be filtered for berry cakes. This is also going to get a berry cake filter, and then it's going to be turned on. Excellent. Okay, so that should be fine, right? I think we're all ready to rock and roll. Okay, cool. And then we just need to tell these two minecarts to go, and we're off. We are off to the races. Excellent. Right. Now for the hookup. Now for the hookup. We need to get, what will that be allowed? Occupied. Is that allowed? I don't think that's a route. That doesn't connect up gourmet foods. Now, here's the question. Am I just going to be able to, like, somehow go around this entire area? Even if I remove these resources, because we don't actually need those resources anymore. Now, does that connect it up? That totally connects it up. Okay, so it doesn't even need to be, like, a direct route. As long as it's a connection within the area, it'll be fine. Cool. All right. Very, very happy with that. And that is almost certainly going to give us the additional coins that we need in order to get us across the line. And so that leaves us with only the enchanted book to manufacture, which is great because enchanted books shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard to do at all. Famous last words, perhaps? We'll see. Right. Where is the old berry cake? Egg, reinforced planks. Where'd the berry cakes go? Ah, they're here. Okay, cool. Well, they're going to come around and hopefully pick up the berry cakes from here. We've got a whole bunch. Also, we've got a whole bunch of excess bread, which is good because bread can be turned, I believe, into a sandwich, which gives us like a ridiculously large amount of money. And one of the components for a sandwich is, of course, bread. So we'll get that sorted out, but we'll get that sorted out later. It's not a priority at this moment in time. We can afford to take it easy. Okay, berry cake, excellent. 20 berry cakes a pop. That's a lot of berry cakeage. A lot of berry cakeage. Right, this farm is going to get like a couple of additional employees. There we go. Looking good. Now that one additional person seems to have been enough. I suspect that it will actually be enough to continuously supply this kitchen with the amount of fruit that it needs to build jam. Berries can roll, by the way, so you know what I'm thinking? Let's freaking go. I'm gonna go for it. Also, we've just sold our first berry cake. Look at the speed of those berries. Holy cow, that's incredible. Okay, we're probably not gonna be able to keep up that pace, but that's okay. All right, so that's gonna be a lot of jam. A lot of jam coming out of this kitchen, which was the missing ingredient for the berry cakes, to be honest. So that's good. Glad that we've sorted that. Anyway, our first purple coin has come in through the door. That is excellent. Happiness, well, the people have never been this happy. Even though the delivery network is a little bit janky, the general store, the food market, not quite as good, as well laid out as the gourmet foods, and the apothecary. That's right, the apothecary. I said it right. Thank you very much to the commenter who let me know that I've been pronouncing it this whole darn time. I've been pronouncing it incorrectly this whole darn time. I really genuinely had no idea. Apothecary. There we go. I got it. I got there in the end. It only took like what, 20 episodes, but I got there. Anyway. So that's that. We've got a whole bunch of reinforced planks that are in a good place at this moment in time. Enchanted book. An enchanted book is made in an enchanter. Let's see if we can get that set up. Also, pickaxes. I did say that I wanted to get pickaxes done. I do want to get pickaxes done. Let's build an enchanter just for reference. We'll build it over here, even though I'm not committed to this area as an area to produce them. Aha! I take it back. I am committed to producing them in this area. An enchanted book. An enchanted book is actually legitimately useful. Very, very cool. We've already got a huge number of books. Let's move this over here. Now, I kind of feel like maybe we need to get a couple of enchanters. Yeah, I feel like maybe a couple of enchanters would be good. All right, let's flatten the ground a little bit. Plenty of cash to do it with, though, which is nice. Yeah, let's not go over the top for now. But this is a fine setup right here, and you know what, we can do something like that just to supply the books. We still need a little bit more paper to come through. It's the forester that is unfortunately the bottleneck for the paper. Let's see if we can just get like a secondary worker in there, just so that we produce wood a little bit more frequently. I think that might just be the ticket that we need. We may need to do it a little bit. We may need a little bit more wood, but either way, that's fine. I mean, we've got a good stockpile of books, which is lovely. I don't think that there's any research. Nope, tell a lie. There is some research that we can actually do. Well, let's not go down that road quite yet, because we do still need to sort out mana power, which is very, very interesting indeed. Because we have not done anything mana related for a little while. First of all, the mana area that we do have over here is looking pretty darn good. Now, let me get the buildings that are concerned with mana power. It is mana transmitter, mana receiver, and the mana recharger. Okay, so do I want to flatten this area out a little bit? I feel like the answer to that is yes. Yes, I do. Right. Right, let's get a nice big area with which to work over here. Excellent. We did just blow through like 10k coins, but that's a price that I'm perfectly happy to pay in order to get a nice flat area. So, there's a little bit of what looks like cloud or har or something around here, but I promise you we can work through it. Right, so let me grab the buildings real quick that we need. The magic forge is not the building that I'm after. The mana receiver, sorry, the mana transmitter, goodness gracious me, fumbling my words today, it's a disaster. Mana receiver and the recharger. Right, so here's what we're gonna do. The mana transmitter is going to turn a charged crystal, into power. And that is going to hopefully allow us to power the thing over here. Now, before I do that though, I'm gonna need mana pipes, haven't I? Mana pipes, yeah, mana pipes are a thing that I'm gonna need. Oh boy, okay, now this is another challenge that we're gonna need to make in order to make this whole system work. So the mana pipe requires a mana crystal and a steam pipe in order to manufacture it. Right, and that is manufactured at a magic forge. Okay, you know what? Let's get a single magic forge over here. I appreciate that there's no workers, but that's okay. We can deal with that later. Right, a single crystal. A single crystal comes out that way. We're gonna need to split off some fuel. Right. Is it perhaps a little bit better if we do... like a bespoke magic forge setup to create the crystals specifically for... Yeah, you know what? I actually think that it is. Maybe this is being a little bit pedantic, but I kind of want to commit to this model because I do actually like it. I do actually like the sort of the nice arrangement that we have over here. Okay, I need a couple of additional planks. Reinforced planks, that is. What's the issue with reinforced planks? The issue is nails. We ain't got the nails. Wowzers, we've got no nails. Yeah, we have literally 0 nails because all of our iron has been completely depleted. That is horrific, actually. The iron is still fine over here, but we've only got one person in this mine, and we now have an empty barn with no iron. Okay, this is why we need more people, and this is why we need them kind of fast, but that's fine. Okay, we've got enough money for a no, we don't even have enough. I thought it was 20 planks that we needed, but we've only got a couple. Okay, you know what? Let's say for the future we're gonna get a setup over here. I'm gonna leave this setup, you know, specifically sort of open-ended, full of the expectation that we will be able to insert a magic forge in here at some point. But let's not worry about it now, because otherwise we're gonna be here forever, and I do not want to be here forever. As much as I do enjoy this video game, as much as I enjoy playing it, I do not want to be here forever. Again, I feel like that's a little bit of a slight against the video game, and indeed, maybe even you, as a viewer, feel slighted. But to be honest, I do want to kind of be here forever, actually, the more that I think about it. But unfortunately, it's just not realistic to be here forever. There do not need to be 5 people in this shack over here. There also probably don't need to be 5 people in there, but that's okay. 10 people in there, yeah, it's probably close to being just about right. Okay, so we've got the pipes over here. That's excellent. Let's insert one person in there. We need to get the steam pipe. We need to get the steam pipe moved over here. Excellent. And that's it, really, in order to give us what we need. Now, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's worth creating I'm thinking it's going to be worth creating an entirely brand new machine shop for this. Seriously, because I need steam pipes, right? I'm going to need loads of steam pipes. I'm also going to need loads and loads and loads of mana pipes. So why the heck not get both of them? Right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, excellent. That goes in there. Cool. Steam pipes. We're going to create a secondary barn over here. How did that process go so quickly? It was terrifying, actually. Terrifyingly quick process. Right, either way, half of the production of steam pipes is going to be for use in a steam pipe. The other half is going to be for use in a mana pipe. Which is totally fine. Where's my train? Where's my train? Is it choo-chooing around here? What's up? It's still choo-chooing. It's still choo-chooing. It's choo-chooing a little bit slowly, but that's okay. That's fine. I wonder if there's any way that we can add mana pipes onto this. I don't think there is, to be honest. I do not think that there is. I don't think that we want to faff around with that too much. I tell you what we should do. What about if we see if we can use this packager? Now, are we going to be able to, through some miracle, be able to package up pipes? Is that a thing that we can do? Because packagers are pretty darn cool if we can use them. I think that we can package up pipes. Oh, we can. Okay, so 4 pipes into a package. We've got a packaged steam pipe, and then it can be moved. It can be moved on a boat to somewhere. Where do we want to move it to? I don't know. I feel like packaging is maybe a bit more useful for like ores and stuff. I don't think it's going to be tremendously useful as is at the moment, but you never know. We might be able to get some utility out of it. Okay. Let's throw in a silo over here. Let's throw in a packager over here. We're going to need a unpackager at the other end. So we're going to grab this. We're going to be transporting the resources via boat, as if you needed me to tell you that. I'm very, very keen on moving resources via boat. The only thing that's holding me back, that's right, the only flippin' thing that's holding me back is reinforced planks. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm just not happy about this. Okay, is there any other sort of department that I can cut back on? I'm sure that there's like loads of stuff in the starting area that could do with just having fewer staff. I mean, this pasture over here doesn't actually do anything. It's fine. That's cool. The grain mills are all actually doing well. That farm is fine. Maybe I'm overestimating actually the number of useless people. Yeah, maybe I'm blessed with rather a large number of not useless workers. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can reduce the farm output down. Yeah, cool. So we've reduced that to just 1 worker there. That's probably going to need to be amended at some point in the future. But you know what? I like to give myself challenges. I like to give myself memory challenges. By memory challenges, I mean I set myself up for failure by building something which I know is gonna fail further down the line. And then I have to figure out exactly why it failed, because I'm an idiot and I just didn't think ahead. Anyway, do we need to have a packager? Probably not, but I kind of want to get to a point where I'm gonna be able to just like scale everything up, and then we're gonna be able to make a huge amount of stuff. Also, steam boost coming in from these forges. Why have we not got any steam boosts over here? Have I set up a steam boost system over here? I haven't, but they can all get a steam boost, and I just haven't added them. Why have I not added them? That seems a little daft, doesn't it? There we go. Excellent. That looks very, very good. Do we have enough iron coming in here? No, not really. Not really at all. Yeah, that's unbelievable, actually, that we don't have enough iron coming in. But there we go. We're now making it super duper fast. Okay. Give me a cargo boat. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, cargo boat. Take the packaged product right over to here. Also, yeah, we don't have any harvestable coal around for this harvester drill here. Okay, well, you know what? That's something that we'll deal with. Crates to there. Excellent. Okay, 16 crates of pipes. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so that's half the battle. That's half the battle. Now we just need to get the resource over here. I mean, this is just the stupidest place to put a packager. I don't even know why I would initially think that was a sensible place to put it. Give me the resource remove tool. Yeah, this is just daft. This is just totally daft. Stick it over here. It's much better. It's actually where I initially intended to put it, and I don't know why I just didn't put it there. Right. There we go. So, now the packager. Now, let's ascend. Let's ascend to greatness. Cool. That high seems like reasonable, right? I think that's fine enough. Okay, remove that. Look, that is total overkill. That is total overkill. I just don't want to faff around. I don't want to faff around. We just want to get a system that works, you know? Excellent. That looks so janky. That looks so unbelievably janky, but I kind of dig it. All right, let's see if we can start unpackaging these pipes. Again, this is good for scalability. Will it be necessary, or is it necessary at this moment in time? No, not at all. Not at all. Not even slightly. But it's good. It's good. It's good that we've done it. It's good that we've done it. It also uses another type of building, which is kind of cool, right? I like it. I dig it. Right, so the pipes are going to come into the magic forge. Excellent. In the meantime, let's see if we can try and grab coal from there into there. Sure. Can I make a road over here? I should make a road over here. Okay, ditch these herbs. Excuse me. Oh, nope. Ditch these herbs. Excellent. And then we'll make a nice direct route. It's not a very direct route. Doesn't even need to be that direct. Excellent. Okay. Wonderful. Truly the worst. Truly the worst road that I have ever placed. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Let's add a steam booster over here, because this is something that we can actually accelerate. I need to start using steam boosters a lot more liberally. I really do. Steam boosters are great, and they don't cost us any workers. And they give us a free, like, speed increase. It's very, very free, because all it consumes is water and a little bit of fuel from, like, another area. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. If we can pull it off, then we can succeed, which is excellent. All right. The harvester drill is refusing to use my road. Okay, you don't go faster on the road. That's why. I see what the problem is. Do you go faster on the regular road? No, you don't. No, you do not. Oh, that is a depressing state of affairs. That is absolutely horrific. Right. Let's not concern ourselves with that harvester drill any longer. No siree. Not interested. Not interested at all. Anyway, we're getting a whole bunch of mana pipes. Let's upgrade the number of mana pipes that this barn can store. That's cool. Excellent. Packagers, to be honest, I do feel like there's something that we want to start using a little bit more frequently. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the case. Also, are we able to get enough? I don't even know if these belts supply enough. I don't think they do. I don't think that these belts actually supply enough iron to these forges. I also don't think that this mine actually supplies enough iron to this barn to supply to the forges. Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster, actually. A bit of a disaster. A bit of a disaster, but it's okay. It's a fine disaster. Anyway, back to the mana transmission. That was a little 10-minute interlude. The mana transmitter literally takes charge crystals and turns them into mana power. The mana receiver it receives the item and then turns it into a physical crystal, if I'm not mistaken, and then the recharger recharges the crystal. That will become clear in just a second. Okay, so mana transmitter. Mana transmitter. You know what I'm thinking that I might do? Let me just disconnect this barn for now. Again, using the barn disconnect is a top tier strategy. I'm kind of digging it at this moment in time. It feels really, really good to sort of move the barns around and just use one entire barn for a specific purpose, like this, for example. Okay, let's see if we can try and transmit some flippin' mana. Let's go into the tool overlay. Let's get the mana pipe overlay, and let's see if we can build some mana pipe. Right. So buildings. Nope. Pipes. Yep. Mana pipe. Excellent. So here's the thing that we're gonna need to do. We've got 97 mana pipe already. Is that gonna be enough to stretch? Okay, we're gonna need about 150 mana pipe in order to stretch all the way over here. To be honest, 150 is not that bad, given that we've already made like a substantial amount of pipe. Is there any quicker way to do it? I tell you what, there is actually a quicker way to do it. The quicker way to do it is to move the barn over to here, right? This is a relatively empty area. We'll also boink the over. That's right, the mana transmitter. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The mana receiver and the recharger are also coming with. Very cool. And give me the mana pipe. Let's go. Right. That is it. Look at this. Okay, it looks a little jank. It's a little difficult to see. But we have got powered mana crystals that are going to be coming into the enchanter. That is excellent. That is brilliant. Now, that is only half of the problem, because we still need an output for the depleted crystals. Because whenever a building uses up a crystal, it doesn't really work like steam power. Steam power decays if it's not used. Mana power, I don't believe, decays unless it is used. You can see that we need 4 mana power in order to create an enchanted book, and each crystal supposedly gives 2, as we've got 1 crystal that is waiting in the crystal output slot. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to create a top terrain block up. Why would I want to do that? I want to do this. That's a disaster. That didn't want that. Didn't want that at all. Sure. Okay. Terrain block down. Terrain block down. Let's just try and move it down to, like, I don't know, like this level, something like that. Flatten it out a little bit. Costs a couple of grand. Happy to pay it, as ever. We got loads and loads of red coins. Right. So here's the deal. Now, this is gonna need to get changed, because we're gonna be using a heck of a lot of mana power going forward, right? However, for now, we're just gonna create an output pipe, and it's gonna go into the receiver, right? Do we not have? Oh, we don't have the pipes. We don't have the pipes. That's irritating. Okay, look. Well, at least we can do that. We can at least create a little bit of the pipe, and so that's at least gonna allow us to start using the enchanter to make enchanted books, which is what we kind of need. Right, let's ditch these ore deposits and all of these different resources over here anyway, because I want to stick a barn down here. There you go, take that all back. Let's get a barn literally out there. Cool. And now that is enchanted books. We only need like 40 enchanted books, so it's not going to be super difficult to create them. We want to sell them. I think, can they also be used for research? I'm not sure if they can actually be used for research. They can. They're actually doubly as good as books. They provide way more writing materials. It might be something that we want to consider. I'm not really certain that it is, but you never know. We could do it. We could definitely do it. Anyway, have we got any more pipes? We probably have not. We probably have not got any more pipes for the simple reason that pipe production is reliant on iron production. And that perturbs me. That perturbs me because we need more iron. Okay, well, you know what? That provides a wonderfully natural segue. A wonderfully natural segue. It's not often that I get an opportunity to say that. It's not often that I get an opportunity to naturally segue. It gives us an opportunity to start chatting about pickaxe production. Now, if I place a workshop just for reference here, a pickaxe requires reinforced plank, iron plates, and it takes 12 seconds in order to make. Same with the wood axe. I presume that a wood axe can be added to a forester. I have no idea. But definitely the wood axe is something that we want to make. And it's something that we want to make, actually, in relative quantity, because it's sellable at the general store, and it gives us 25 coins. It's a whole category. It's a whole category all to itself. It's the best value. It is the best value thing at the shop, which is excellent. Also, by the way, you can always tell if we're doing well, even though it may not look like we're doing well because of our reinforced plank situation, etc. You can always tell if we're doing well because our happiness is going to be in a pretty good place. Our happiness is in a pretty good place at this moment in time. Anyway, the pickaxe can be manufactured through reinforced planks and also iron. Now that to me would suggest that maybe we should look at somewhere over here in order to get pickaxe production set up. I think this is probably good. I mean, look, it doesn't solve our problem. The problem is that we don't have enough iron coming into this barn. That is the big problem. But let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot, eh? Right, so let me rotate this. Yep. Let me just... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's excellent. That's absolutely excellent. Okay, so that provides the iron. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to do this just because I can. We're going to provide the reinforced planks directly from this workshop over here. Again, don't love to do that. It's a little bit of a cheaty way about solving the problem. But, you know. Excellent. Give me pickaxes. Let's make some underground deposits, shall we? So 50% of the production of the workshop is going to be devoted to this workshop over here, which is making pickaxes. The other 50% is going to be devoted to going into the barn, which is gonna get, you know, sold. Honestly, I can't believe, you know, one day we're having nail issues, the other day we're having iron issues. We cannot win. We cannot win with this. What it's basically telling me is that we really need to get on top of our iron production. Like, we really do. Like, our iron production is what matters. Okay, so let's see what we need to do in order to... What am I doing? Iron. Yeah, let's see what we need to do in order to do this. Supply pickaxes. Do we want to supply pickaxes? Is that what we need to do? We supply pickaxes. Underground resources are replenished 50% faster when mined. Okay, now that's cool. However, a mine shaft. If I go into the mining overlay, we can actually add on all of these. Oh, I see what the issue is. Okay, so we're actually able to add all of these to the circulation of this mine, I think. Is that what happens? Is that what I've done? Have I added the extra pickaxes? Have I done it? Did I do it? I definitely spent my pickaxes. But I think we need to supply the pickaxes now in order to... Yeah, see, there's a little pickaxe icon appearing under the resource icon. I think that we need to supply pickaxes to the mine in order to make it work. Also, why have we just stopped? Okay. We've just stopped making that stuff entirely. Okay, well, this is a good opportunity. Why don't we see if we can try and hit these underground coal deposits? That would be kind of cool, right? Right, so, okay. I need to go into paths, mine shaft. Yeah, right? Oh, I see. It needs to be connected to the... Okay. Right, it needs to be connected to the main shaft. And that's just a mine shaft. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. That's very, very cool. And that looks like it gives us a huge amount of extra iron. A huge amount of extra coal, whatever, for a relatively small cost. And also, relatively small footprint. Ah, you can even see the route that it takes. So there is still a surface deposit over here. However, there's definitely an underground deposit, which we're also tapping into, because these tiles contain sources as well. Okay, very, very cool indeed. Pretty happy with that. Pretty darned happy with that. Right, we still need more pickaxes, though. Pickaxes are going to be the problem for at least a little while, and then iron is also going to be a little bit of a problem, but we've thankfully built like a huge amount of deposits around here. We just haven't connected it to the main structure yet. Anyway, we can do that, and that's hopefully going to fix our problems. We may need to get ourselves an additional forge or two, something like that. Yeah, undecided about how we go about fixing that problem. I have a funny feeling that, you know, having our entire iron setup reliant on like three central forges, is perhaps not the solution that we need. But look, that can be tailored as we go. Anyway, how many books do we have? We've got 24 books. Oh yes, I'd almost forgotten. We need to see if we can try and return to the world of mana piping. Mana piping. Because this little lay-by that I've created over here isn't actually enough to satisfy demand. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to get all of the depleted mana crystals. We're going to get them put into the mana receiver. Mana receiver basically turns them into physical thingamabobbers again, physical crystals. And then from there, we're going to stick them right back into the recharger. We're going to need a lot of recharges by the looks of it. And then we are going to get the mana pipe to connect back up to here. Excellent. Right? Does that work? Output. Input. Output. Yes, it should be working. I definitely have a feeling like it should be working. The mana connect. I know why it's not working. I know exactly why it's not working. It's because I'm an idiot. As if you really needed to know. The problem is that we can't actually use a recharger in order to re-engage the crystals. It has to be a transmitter. So it has to be this transmitter over here, or at least any other transmitter. And we copy it, paste it right over there. Excellent. That's much better, potato. That's much better. And then we reconnect that up there. Excellent. That is so good. That is so unbelievably good. Now, logic blocks. I'm going to say I'm going to stick I don't want to stick a barrier gate. That's not the right thing. I wanted to prioritize mana crystals that are already on the loop. It's not going to be perfect, but I think we can just, for now anyway, stick in a blocker on this line here, which is basically going to stop any additional crystals being added to this loop. The other problem is that we're almost certainly going to need to recharge more mana crystals than we currently have the capacity to do. So let's get a whole bunch, a whole bunch of mana rechargers. And then let's see if we can just do something like that. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be suitable. It may, in fact, the system may, in fact, require even more mana crystals. Hate that. There we go. Much better. I think, as far as I'm aware, this mana transmitter should be able to deal with all of the outputted crystals. Yeah. Okay, again, the block is in here, so we're only recycling the old crystals. We're not actually using any new crystals. They're all old ones, and it looks like there's a little bit of a gap being created over here, which is kind of exactly what we're after. Very cool. Right, I think that this entire process could be aided with just a smidgen of metal conveyor belt. Tell you what, it really does help. It really does help that we've got a fast type of belt. Yeah, so that's just going to help deplete the crystals from the mana receiver a little bit quicker, which means that there's going to be a much bigger gap developed over here, which is very, very good. I'm pretty happy with that. The enchanter is working full speed ahead. I'm going to upgrade the barn over here to make sure that we've got more than enough storage space for a huge number of enchanted books, as that is the default book going forward, if we can afford it. So that's fun. In fact, we do want to get a couple of additional enchanters. What's it going to cost me for another enchanter? It's going to cost me more of these reinforced planks, which unbelievably is still the problem here. Speaking of reinforced planks, pickaxes. That's right. Let's go there. Mining overlay. Excellent. I do like how many overlays there are in this game. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so we've added like a gazillion extra sources, which is great. And I guess we see if we can try and supply the pickaxes. It'd be nice if we could. Be very, very nice if we could. I still do not think that we're supplying iron fast enough. How crazy is that? That feels obscene. That feels obscene. Right, so I'm presuming that the underground ore deposits, I can't really highlight them, unfortunately. Yeah, I can highlight them. I presume that these do replenish over time. I suspect that it's not instantaneously, but if we use pickaxes, it respawns much faster, obviously, so there must be some sort of, like, regrowth mechanic. So I'm presuming that this mine is going to stay in this position forever, or roughly forever, because we're not going to want to move it again now that it's got an underground network set up. So that's pretty good, if I do say so myself. Right. The crystals, they're all working as they should. We're probably almost ready to upgrade the base. We are indeed ready to upgrade the base. Well, no time like the present, eh? House max increased by 10. Oh my goodness gracious me. New research available, elemental extraction, new research available, or prospecting. What do we need to hit the next level? 1,000 purple coins. We're pretty much there, to be honest. A crown and a necklace. So the crown sells for 60 yellow coins, and the necklace sells for 15 purple coins. Now, speaking of yellow coins are going to continue to be pressured for a little while, as each and every time we use this recharger, it costs us 2 yellow coins. So that's quite a substantial number. Quite a substantial number of coins that we're going to be using. Yeah, this is a good setup, though. We're going to be using a heck of a lot more mana crystals going forward. Almost all of the enchanter recipes require mana power, if I can recall, or at least they did last time that I checked. So, you know, we're probably going to want to make sure that we've got a lot of mana power and recharging capability. Right, I'm just going to place down the extra houses here, because flippin' heck, I cannot wait to get these extra houses down. Like, this is genuinely perhaps the most exciting news that I've had all day. Right, let's get this entire area flattened out. That is great to see. Pear trees are garbage. Garbage and unnecessary. Totally garbage, totally unnecessary. Let's clear all of this up. Tomatoes, clear that up. I got rid of the fish accidentally. That's fine. Okay. Small number of yellow coins, but that's okay. Right, I think that we want to add our... I I think that we want to add our extra houses over here. It may well interfere with my plans to create an easily accessible setup for the apothecary, etc. Apothecary. Yes, said it correctly, I think. But I'll chance it. Okay, we've reached our house capacity. Excellent. Let's get some nice paved streets. Excellent. These houses are all linked up to all of the different markets, thanks to this wonderful long route. Okay. Now, how many reinforced planks do we have? Because I suspect that that will be the limiting factor here. We may have almost enough, but we won't have enough. Excellent. Look at all of these extra population that we can afford now. Oh, that's so great. Right, and that's our limit. That is our limit of houses that we can upgrade. We can upgrade a whole bunch to level 4, but it's just upgrading to level 5 is a little bit of a problem. Oh, we managed to upgrade that one to level 5, so clearly not that much of a problem. Okay, so planks, 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 planks. Again, it is just, it's so unbelievably irritating. So unbelievably irritating. Also, we don't seem to have a steam boost coming in here. We don't seem to have a steam boost coming in for some obscene reason. How on earth are we not producing... How on earth are we not producing more steam? Right, max the heck out of that. Max the heck out of that. Excellent. Okay. So just like that, we are we're using as much steam as we possibly can. Cool. All right. You know, steam's not super important, but it is nice. It looks like the resources are only heading down here if the entire belt is backlogged. The way that we fix that is by putting a couple of splitters in here. I love how splitters just like work everywhere. They work under all circumstances, which is so cool, you know? It really, really is. Yeah. So I don't even know. I don't even know how we can increase production here at all. Like this is insane. This is insane. Supply pickaxes will not actually increase. They'll not actually increase the amount of iron that we're extracting, as we're already like maxing that out here. I wonder. I've got an idea here, folks. Roll with me for just a second. That needs to be moved down a little bit. Can't afford. Oh, it's flipping planks again. Let down by the supply of planks. Again, let down by the supply of planks. How is it really this challenging to backlog an appropriate number of planks? I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea at all. Oh, this is so depressing. Okay, you know what? This harvester drill. I'm sorry, harvester drill. We got to set you up with a better setup. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Silo right here. This is frankly embarrassing. Right, silo, coal deposit there. Excellent. Build worker. Let's just use a wagon. I think a wagon is probably fine. I don't really want to use a caravan, although caravans are very cool. Deliver everything from silo to kitchen. Look at that. Look at the speed at which we're going to improve. This should never have been the case. The harvester drill should never have been allowed to trundle backwards and forwards. Also, the amount of happiness that we have is insane. We have taken happiness to new, untold levels. Mostly because, I imagine, we've got like an excess amount of bread at this moment in time, and we're able to just immediately start delivering bread to all of these houses. So all of these brand new houses are adding a huge amount of additional happiness for us, which is great. Right, all of these houses are now upgraded properly to level 5, which has added basically 100 extra workers. 100 extra workers to play around with. That is tremendously exciting. 100 people to misallocate. 100 people to put in the wrong buildings. You know what I said about a caravan? You know, I take it back. Wagon, you're being deleted. Useless. Caravan is what I'm after. Except, again, flipping reinforced planks are going to be the death of me. I swear, this is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's an entire iron-related issue. Okay, well, at least I have a somewhat solution. At least I have a somewhat solution. The somewhat solution is an additional mine. That's right, I said it. An additional flippin' mine. Because I think that this barn can deal with... I think it can deal with more inputs. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this whole back. Excellent. No, actually, not excellent. Tried to pretend there for a second it was excellent, but it wasn't. Cool. Okay. So that's sorted. That's excellent. It actually is excellent. I'm not telling a fib with that one. Okay, so it doesn't look like this belt is quite full, although it might be. Speaking of belt, how on earth do I go about getting the next level of belt? Is that even something that I can get? Magic rail, magic conveyor belt, required air purification. I think we might be limited to. I think we might be limited to this level of belt for a while. But that's not to say that we can't have like 2 inputs. I think that's probably what we prep for. Anyway, my mindset is we see if we try and get another. We see if we try and get another mine right here, basically in the location of our last mine. We see if we can try and double down on this iron ore deposit. Either that, or we try and maybe increase the number of workers that are in this mine and try and split it to this barn or something. I don't know. That seems a little bit complicated for what we're actually doing. However, that still leaves us with the same problem at the end of the day. That we're not supplying enough iron to these forges, which are in effect maxed out. Yeah, which is less than ideal. You know what I'm going to try and do? Okay, move you down here for now. This is a temporary setup. As soon as we've got the appropriate number of reinforced planks, we're gonna move everything back together. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we increase the amount of iron that we are outputting by like a lot, which is great. That is a huge amount of iron. Does that fix the problem? To be honest, it actually doesn't. Like, as you can see, there's still a period of time where we just don't have any iron in here. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give this a little bit of a fresh look. A little bit of a brand new vibe. Right, so a little bit of a pain in the backside, given that we've already got, you know, so much developed structure over here, but that's fine. We can just about make do with that. Right, so we're gonna need at least 1 metal conveyor belt for each and every. In fact, ideally we want 2, right? We want 2 metal conveyor belts. Yeah, we want 2 metal conveyor belts. Oof. That is very, very space inefficient. However, it has to be done. Sure. And can we put in a... Yeah, one of those. Wrong type of belt, but, you know, good on you for trying, video game. And get rid of this grabber here. Cool. Alright, it's not ideal that there is a massive hill in the way, in between. But, again, you know, we can make do. This is not the end of the world. This grain, I have no idea why it's still here. Frankly, unnecessary. Never been necessary. Was never going to be necessary. Right, so, here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. First of all, we need to reverse the polarity of all of these belts. Absolutely, we need to do that. Okay. Right. So far, so good. Then we need to make sure that they're all connected to the workshops, or the forges, whatever the heck they're called. There we go. And I think we are golden. Wonderful. A little bit, as I say, a little bit funky to get set up, but we managed. And then the real task, the real test, if you like, is making sure that every slot on this warehouse is filled, or every slot in this barn is filled with some sort of an output. There we go. That looks good. Move all this back. Move all this back. And that actually works out. That actually works out bloomin' well. I mean, it looks like a disaster zone. It really does. It really looks very, very shockingly poor. Yeah, it looks awful. It looks absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. However, I dare say that it might, for the first time, give us enough iron as an input to help speed this up. Also, we're outputting so much iron that we actually need to speed up the export belt, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. I'm delighted that I have an excuse to upgrade it. So that's really, really good. And we're getting a good benefit from the steam boost here. Yeah, that is really, really good. Very, very good indeed. I dare say that we may want to try and increase this belt over here to a metal belt, but we can worry about that later on. If we're starting to see this number increase, then that means that we've got more production than we have consumption. Very, very, very happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that indeed. We're gonna have 40 reinforced planks in no time. Yeah, that's good news. That is very good news. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to double down. Let's just get this belt upgraded. One of the only belts that is actually, like, consistently not getting enough iron supplied is this one right here. We just need so many... We need so many reinforced planks in comparison to everything else. Everything else is you know, is trundling along just fine. We don't need that many. Don't need that many metal conveyor belts. We don't need that many iron wheels. We don't need that many steam pipes, etc. So, that's great. I'm happy with this. This is looking really, really good. Those forges are doing a tremendous job. This is a mess of a setup. It really is. It's a disaster. However, it works, and I'm happy with it. Right, let's replace this. Let's do iron ore. Excellent. And we will resume our nail production, which I'm hoping is still going to be enough. There's obviously going to be an increased need for nails, given that we now have increased production of the old reinforced plank. However, that is what it is. How are we doing over here? Very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very happy with that. Excellent. Why is this not working? Because we don't have enough metal belts. We don't have enough metal belts. We need more fish. Can you believe that? We need way more fish. Also, this is a worrying stat. The number of yellow coins that we have has decreased dramatically. Yeah, that ain't super hot. That ain't super hot. In fact, it's super bad. Because we're gonna run out of yellow coins, and when we run out of yellow coins, everything sort of grinds to a halt, which is concerning, to say the least, I would say. I don't even want to upgrade my barn to the next level, because otherwise it's going to cost me 1,000 flipping yellow coins. Wowzers. Okay, we need, in order to progress to base level 9, 1,000 purple coins. We should have seen an increase of purple coins at some point recently. Why has that not happened? Berry cakes? Why have you not? Oh, my boat's gone into nothingness. Oh, boat, you stupid boat. Okay, so the boat clearly did a couple of deliveries and then forgot where he was supposed to go, and then strayed into nothingness and has been backlogging on berry cakes ever since. You know what? I'm gonna upgrade the number of berry cakes that I can make so that we don't ever stop making them, because they're a massive pain in the backside, and I don't want to miss a single opportunity to get additional berry cakes. Right, so that should allow us to make berry cakes a little bit more consistently. But again, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. We're gonna drop below 4,000 coins for the first time, like, in forever. And we're going to need to purchase this area. The problem is we can't purchase this area until we have 7k coins. Can't get 7k coins until later. We are supplying everyone with bread. Is there any other way to do it? I don't think that there is, to be honest. I really don't think that there is. I think we're gonna have to get some high value yellow stuff. I mean, there is some high value yellow stuff in gourmet foods. To be honest, supplying cakes is a pretty good way of making yellow coins. And we've already got cake production set up over here, so it might very well be worth us seeing if we can sort of duplicate this setup. In fact, I don't actually hate that. I don't actually hate that at all. Yeah, I think, you know, maybe as opposed to duplicating the setup, why don't we see if we can create like a little overflow area? So we're gonna pop like a huge number of people into this kitchen here, and we're gonna get them to work as hard as they possibly can. Now, I'm gonna upgrade this to a metal conveyor. Yep. Excellent. So that's going to be a more consistent supply of sugar, which is great, because if we're able to consistently supply sugar to the kitchen, then that's going to mean that we've got a constant backlog. I'm also going to create a pusher over here, which means if there is a bit of a backlog, if there is a bit of a backlog, then we're going to be able to reallocate these cakes into a silo, and then from there we're just going to ship them off the same as we're shipping off the berry cakes, except hopefully slightly more successfully. Don't love this setup. I would ideally like to get another kitchen. A secondary kitchen would be really, really nice, as opposed to relying on berry cake production to slow down. I probably should get a second kitchen, shouldn't I? I probably should get a second kitchen. I need to get a second kitchen. That's become clear to me. That has become clear to me. We can't do things in half measures. There's no point in preparing for the future if half of the future that we've prepared for is just gonna mean that we've got shortcomings in other parts of the process. But you know what? Dealing with the future is future Potato's problem. Current Potato's problem is just ending the episode. Ladies and gents, thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Factory Town. I've been Open to Potato. Thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters. If you've stuck around this long, check out the Patreon. Help pay the bills, help make videos like this possible. It's all greatly appreciated. Also, thanks to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the two $25+ plus tier patrons. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.